From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Natalie Grant. Kristen is on assignment tonight. Thanks for joining us. Canadian wildfires are leaving a layer of haze over the Northland. And while crews have their hands full with 4 wildfires burning on the Minnesota side of the Boundary Waters right now, they're also keeping an eye on a worsening situation on the other side of the border. That's in the Quetico Wilderness, the Canadian side of the Boundary Waters. Those little red dots that you're seeing on your screen represent 6 wildfires burning more than 6,000 acres out there. All of them are out of control, forcing part of the Quetico Wilderness to close. CBS3 meteorologist Alexander Libby spent the day in Ely today, learning if those fires could jump the border and cause more problems back here.
Fire crews are hard at work near Ely, stocking up in preparation for a worsening situation.
The reality of it is we have a long fire season ahead of us.
Catherine Cooley is the Public Information Officer for the Eastern Area Incident Management Team, which has been dealing with a very busy fire season in northern Minnesota. She says teams across the country are here to fight the 4 blazes burning within the Boundary Waters.
We move resources from areas of the country where they're not experiencing fire activity. Like we have a crew from Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania's been getting a lot of rain, so we brought them in to help us out.
Around 150 people from around the country have came to Ely to fight these fires, and some of them staying in these tents. But they're also monitoring other blazes in the BWCA on the other side of the border. About 6 fires are burning 3,000 acres in the Quetico Wilderness in Canada. Right now, they're out of control.
You know, we have been seeing a lot more smoke, which is good from a fire prevention standpoint. It definitely gets people interested in what's happening out there.
For now, Cooley says the manpower is largely dedicated to the Delta Lake fire, burning about 65 acres on the Minnesota side of the Boundary Waters. She says the next 3 days will be crucial to contain it because weather this weekend is not looking good.
Cooley says the next 3 days will be crucial to contain the Delta Lake fire. That's the largest on the Minnesota side of the Boundary Waters right now, and it's burning about 65 acres. She says the weather this weekend is not looking good for controlling that blaze. Dave's here with a quick check of that weather here. You know, definitely not a good sight out there for those wildfires, especially with those rising temps.
Yeah, and our fading rain chances. We got some in Wisconsin today, but the chance is fading away as the night goes on. And that leaves, especially for Minnesotans, that trouble with the haze and the smoke coming in from those Canadian wildland fires. Although on one hand, you can say that the day is starting to ease up. There were a lot of advisories to look at 6. Now we're down to the air quality warning for Minnesota till Friday morning at 9 a.m. The winds are going to shift on Friday, and that's what's going to solve the problem, at least for a little while. We take a look at the Doppler satellite map here, and yeah, that rain chance that tried to pay off in Wisconsin did so for a few towns in a scattered format, and now it's fading away, like I mentioned, as the low pressure system heads towards the east. Our short-term forecast says, boy, that 30% thunder chance is going away quickly. Tomorrow, well, upper 70s for a lot of towns with the return of sunshine. That return of sunshine may last for over a week. It'll be a while before our next rain chance, which we'll talk about in a few more minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. Opening your own business is never easy. While a pandemic makes it more difficult, it's not impossible. CBS3's Kendall Jarbo shares why one small town in Wisconsin has a big reason to celebrate.
Opening a business calls for celebration. That's something new owners in Washburn didn't get because of COVID-19.
The first business was October of 2019, and because of COVID, she was not able to, celebrate and have a grand opening. And so I said, when things get better, we'll do something for you.
And do something they did. The Washburn Area Chamber of Commerce held a giant ribbon-cutting ceremony Wednesday. Not for one, but for 17 new businesses, all of which opened during the pandemic.
You don't get the big hullabaloo first opening week with hundreds of people that other, times get. So, yeah, I think this just really gave us all a little bit more of a kickstart and feel really official and part of the community.
That community is exactly what drew these new owners to this small Wisconsin city. It had the ideal conditions for a new endeavor.
Growing up in Milwaukee, I never really thought about owning my own business before, but Washburn made it accessible. There's downtown locations that are available. The community is incredibly supportive.
At a time when many were struggling, these new business owners pushed ahead, seeing the pandemic as an opportunity.
I can't believe I'm doing this. I actually sold my house, moved all the beads out of my house into a retail space in a month of each other.
A small town with big opportunities for those willing to take them.
I grew up in a small town. I moved to another small town, and so I just love seeing small towns grow and just become something that's beautiful.
Melissa Martinez, director of the Washburn Area Chamber of Commerce, said that they have several more businesses opening in the coming months, and the city's growth isn't ending anytime soon. And sticking to news out of Northwest Wisconsin, the Drummond Area School District announced today that they have chosen a new superintendent. Dennis Kaiser will take over the role. He is a Wisconsin native and most recently served as an elementary school principal for the Chippewa Falls School District. He has worked in several schools throughout Wisconsin as a principal, athletic director, and a teacher. Kaiser also served in the Wisconsin National Guard for 10 years. The district's former superintendent, John Knight, retired at the end of the 2021 school year after 26 years. A Duluth man charged with a toddler's murder is challenging how authorities obtained some evidence against him. 31-year-old Jordan Carter was in court today. In September, 3-year-old Cameron Gordon was found unresponsive with serious injuries at a home in Lakeside. Cameron died 2 days later, and it was ruled a homicide. Carter, who was engaged to Cameron's mom, was charged with second-degree murder several months later. During today's court appearance, prosecutors say the defense challenged the search warrants for Carter's phone and Facebook account. Prosecutors plan to argue against that in their next court date. A Duluth man pleaded guilty to federal charges after he stole COVID-19 relief funds. 34-year-old Darren Fige faced 16 counts, including wire fraud, bank fraud, identity theft, and being a felon with a firearm. Now, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office, Fige submitted fraudulent application for COVID relief funds. He used the names, birth dates, and social security numbers of at least 25 people. He also invented fake businesses, had fake passports, and used fake bank accounts to steal more than $250,000. 500 protesters have been arrested or cited along the Minnesota leg of Enbridge's Line 3 reconstruction project, and now they're taking the pipeline fight back to the courtroom. Tribal and environmental groups have asked the Minnesota Supreme Court to overturn a lower court's decision that affirmed approvals of the project. The last time those groups appealed to the court, they were joined by the State Commerce Department. That won't be the case this time around. Prosecutors say the pipeline endangers precious waterways. Enbridge claims the old pipeline is deteriorating and needs to be replaced. Meanwhile, the MPCA says it's still investigating after a spill at that Line 3 replacement site. Enbridge says the spill happened on July 6th, and they finished the cleanup yesterday. According to the MPCA, workers spilled between 80 and 100 gallons of drilling fluid. It happened at a construction site on the Willow River. Enbridge claims that the fluid is non-toxic. The MPCA is investigating, and drilling has not yet resumed. After a fire killed 3 people in Ashland last week, the victims' friends and family gathered today to honor them. Jordan Chowning, along with her teenage daughter, Alyssa Chowning, and niece, Michelle Hathaway, all died in the July 5th fire. There was a service for them in Ashland today. CBS3's Quinn Gorham spoke with some of their close friends and family about how they are remembering them.
Realization that the fact is that you shouldn't take any life for granted. Any moment whatsoever can be taken from you.
That's the message from Dwayne Chowning after he lost his wife, daughter, and niece in a house fire last week. Chowning says he left town that morning to buy an air conditioner in Ironwood, but when he got back to Ashland, his family was gone.
Coming down Beezer Avenue, there was smoke, and I thought, this can't be my house. This just can't be. And when I had seen that the fire trucks were there, I pulled in and I immediately raced to try to get in the house. The fire chief stopped me, of course, probably saving my life. I don't know the extent.
And in the aftermath of the fire, friends and family gathered from far and wide to mourn the loss of Jordan, Alyssa, and Michelle. Friends of Jordan who attended Wednesday's services say she was a selfless woman.
We got to talk to some of the people that she impacted here inside today, and everyone said the same thing, that she genuinely cared and genuinely loved them.
Jordan had recently gone back to school for her associate's degree and had just graduated in May. She was working as a caretaker in an assisted living facility at her time of death. Along with Dwayne, Jordan is survived by her daughter Morgan, who friends say is a spitting image of her mother.
She's smart. She is a beautiful girl. She has her infectious smile. She has nothing but a bright future ahead of her, and that is her legacy. Her daughter is her legacy.
As for Dwayne, he says the community's response has been heartwarming as he continues to reel from this tragedy.
I've never known a community to come along as much as it has here. I never realized how much of an impact that Jordan had made on this community until it had been put out there that this had happened.
Yesterday, we learned from Ashland police that the victims were sleeping at the time of the fire, and they believe a young child accidentally started the blaze. That's according to preliminary reports, but the investigation is still continuing. 3 other people were home at the time and were able to make it out alive. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, how the latest staffing shortage could impact the health of your pets. We are looking at how vets are stepping up to help.
Cloud cover kept temperatures down today. The high in Duluth at the airport, 72. The normal, 78. We'll be closer to normal tomorrow now that a rain chance is leaving. A big dry spell setting up. 78 could be the start of a warm-up that could last for a week. And we'll show you that trend with our 7-day forecast right after this break.
Get your news on the go. The CBS 3 mobile app.
There's lots of grown-up fun in the water park capital of the world, but where? Here, there, and everywhere, where all the action is. Wisconsin Dells, where it's at.
If you're worried about spoiling your dinner with any of our dollar sliders from 2 to 5 p.m. at Arby's, do what I do. Order a dollar shake to take your mind off it. Arby's, we have the meat.
Uh-oh, that food container won't contain your food, so you mess with cling wraps and foil, hoping food won't spoil. Well, not anymore. Now there's Stretch and Fresh containers, the amazing food storage containers with stretch and fit lids that let you store more. Even the odd-shaped foods you couldn't put in containers before. Just stretch over the food and snap lock the lid to keep food fresh. There's even a freshness date dial to track storage time. It comes in the sizes you need to store all the foods you want with amazing storage capacity. It's freezer and microwave safe, and the containers nest for compact, stacked, space-saving storage. And right now, the 6-piece set is yours for just $19.95, and the shipping is free. But wait, call now and we'll double the offer and send a second set. Just pay a separate fee. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-378-1232 or go to trystretchandfresh.com. That's 1-800-378-1232 or order online at trystretchandfresh.com.
Prime Appliances sizzling hot summer sale continues on all in-stock appliances through July 31st. Get cooking with Amana gas ranges starting at just $5.18, or get a self-cleaning range for just $7.49. Then clean up with these Bosch and Bechtel built-in dishwashers in black or white, just $4.99. Financing always available. Have our pros deliver and install or take it home today. Prime Appliances, the best place to buy your appliances. Let us prove it to you.
Menards has everything you need to give your bathroom a fresh, updated look. Check out our great selection of Dakota vanities. They feature generous interior storage in a variety of styles and finishes to choose from. Right now, save with 11% off on all Dakota vanities. Update your bathroom with Delta. Delta showers have smooth wall surfaces that are mildew resistant and easy to clean. Get 11% off all Delta showers and start your next project today.
Save big money at Menards.
Gail King, Anthony Mason, and Tony DeCopel. Weekday mornings on CBS.
Staff Staffing shortages are impacting businesses across the country. Now they could be affecting the care of your pets. Local vets say that they are struggling. And as CBS3's Jenna Wells reports, it's causing some to cut some critical care.
We're all suffering from a staffing shortage.
Staffing struggles with no end in sight. Superior veterinarian Dr. Justin Dahl says one reason there are no veterinary assistance education programs in the area. The lack of applicants made worse by the pandemic.
Sometimes it would be months before we would get a response, and now we can put an ad out and we might not get any applicants applying in 2 or 3 months.
They may not have demand for open jobs, but there's plenty of demand for their services. With a lot of people welcoming new pets during the pandemic, they saw a big jump in clients, causing delays.
It was wall to wall in terms of clients wanting to get in, and it finally got to the point where we had to stop taking new clients. So then more people were going to the emergency room for non-life-threatening types of conditions.
Due to staffing shortages, local veterinarians tell us the Twin Ports' only overnight emergency vet, Blue Pearl Pet Hospital in Lincoln Park, has decided to close 1 day a week on Tuesdays. Now local vet clinics have to pick up that slack. Several private practice vets in the Twin Ports are now working overnight shifts every Tuesday to meet the emergency need.
Thankfully, everybody who works here, and I would say that this would probably be the same for most people in the field in this area. They do it because they love animals and they realize that, we just can't go without critical care for 16 hours, 1 day a week, and so everybody is stepping up to the plate.
Dr. Dahl says, of course, local veterinarians want to help your pet as quickly as possible. He says Blue Pearl closing 1 day a week was an abrupt change, and they're still adapting. So he's asking for patience and understanding.
No matter what clinic, they're trying to do the best that they can to provide the best quality care.
We reached out to Blue Pearl Pet Hospital about their decision to cut down on their emergency hours. They did not provide a statement. Dr. Dahl recommends people in the Twin Ports check with their personal veterinarian to see if they're adding any emergency hours. He also asked you to make sure that it's an actual emergency before bringing your pet to the ER.
Now, the CBS3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Today, we got our last rain chance for a while. It paid off for some parts of Wisconsin. Otherwise, it was more show than go. So let's zoom in here, take a look at this picture coming in from our friend Caden Anderson. Many clouds, but little rain. Although some of the places that did pay off with rain got a soaking. Southern Washburn County, 4 inches in just a matter of hour. And they did have some flooding troubles down there, but otherwise, yeah, indeed, the rest of us didn't get much more than sprinkles, really. We'll talk about current conditions before we eye up a dry spell here. At the airport in Duluth at this moment, it's 60 degrees, 83% for the relative humidity, east wind only 3 miles per hour, 30.03 inches of mercury, 1,017 millibars. Odds are that reading will go up as higher pressure settles in tomorrow to dry us up and warm us up for more than a week. Current temps. Low 60s Upper Peninsula, 63 in Ironwood, for example, sharing that number with Hayward, Ashland, and LaPointe on the Wisconsin side of life. And Solon Springs, too, 62 in Superior, 61 from Cloquet to Moose Lake, and it's 61 as well for Two Harbors. And Grand Marais by the Lake in Hibbing, 2, 64 Grand Rapids, 60 International Falls, 63 for Ely, and Evelyn, Virginia, Quad Cities, not reporting in at the moment. Low temps tonight likely will fall towards 50 for a lot of places, perhaps a bit warmer by the lake. So, taking a look now at Wisconsin on the Doppler, the past couple of nights we've been talking about 2 low pressure systems, and this is the second one working through Wisconsin. Earlier in the day, you can see it kicked up a decent line of showers and thunderstorms to the south of our area. Didn't pay off too much for the rest of our region as far as the rain went, and now there goes the rain chance heading off to the east to be replaced by higher pressure that's settling in to bring an extended dry period that just might be with us for probably another week and a half. Next rain chance may not be this Saturday, but the following Saturday. So we're going to have to really be careful outdoors with that fire danger really getting out of hand. All right, temperatures tonight. What do we get in Minnesota? We're looking at 48 to 60. Cooler inland, warmer by the lake. And there's still a very tenuous, slight 20% chance for showers and thunderstorms in Minnesota till about midnight. Through early tomorrow morning, there's a 30% chance there still could be some tail end pop-up of action in Wisconsin and Michigan, where low temps will fall into roughly the mid-50s. For tomorrow, with sunshine coming back, mostly sunny, Wisconsin, Michigan, 75 to 80. And in Minnesota, 70s by the lake and near 80 to even 84 inland. Mostly sunny up aloft, but hazy closer to the ground because of the Canadian wildland fires. But the winds shift to the south on Friday, and the smoke problem should go away for a while. Then it becomes sunny and warm all week long. The warmest of the warm Sunday and Monday, where even the Twin Ports could top out at 90.
All right, thanks, Dave. While we're dealing with haze in the Northland, turning our sights to the south, a powerful storm passed through Arizona earlier today, resulting in power outages, downed power lines, and stranded drivers. The wild video that you're seeing now is crews rescuing a man and his 2 daughters from their vehicle after it was swept away by quick-moving water in Tucson. No one was hurt in the incident. A power outage from the storm briefly left about 1,000 people without electricity. Definitely a scary scene. Still to come on live, local CBS3, a Pope for a Pint, the vaccination incentive program at one Duluth brewery.
Breaking news, original reporting, and the good things in life. Join Jeff Glore, Dana Jacobson, and Michelle Miller on CBS This Morning, Saturday.
Medicare Decomplicated, brought to you by UCare. Question, can I keep my doctor with a UCare Medicare plan? Yes. With 96% of all Minnesota providers in our network, it's more than likely you can keep your doctor. See? Decomplicated.
This is the internet that keeps the TV streaming, the meetings zooming, the playlist flowing, and the doorbell showing
Anybody home?
who's coming and going. This is the internet that powers the workout, that does the homework, that makes the lights work, that makes for light work, and makes...
Don't forget to pick up Charlie.
...your life work. This is the internet that keeps it all connected and has hundreds of people who ensure it's protected.
Nice try, hackers.
This is the internet voted best because it's extreme, nothing less.
When building, you hire a team of specialists to ensure your house turns out exactly as you imagined. Major financial transitions like retirement deserve the same level of care and craftsmanship. At MPPL Financial, we assemble a diverse team of experts to develop a plan to ensure you only have to retire once. Call today for your free second opinion consultation so your retirement turns out exactly as you imagined. MPPL Financial. Answers to the most important questions of your life.
Unlock a summer of possibilities in a new Chevy. Expand your options and your perspective. Find your next adventure in a new Chevy.
Make no monthly payments for the rest of the summer on all Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Plus, get 2.49% financing for 72 months and get $2,000 cash allowance.
It took us years to find the perfect bun for Culver's Pretzel House Pub Burger.
It's got the nice pretzel flavor on the outside, but when you open it up, it's light and airy. Got a nice sweet flavor to it. It literally melts in your mouth.
This bun is perfect for a Pretzel House Pub Burger. Seared fresh beef, tangy mustard bistro sauce, pickled red onions, 2 slices of bacon, served with our signature cheddar cheese sauce.
This bun was made for this burger. This is perfect.
I think it's an awesome burger. Welcome to Delicious.
Get your news on the go. The CBS3 mobile app.
Medicare Decomplicated, brought to you by UCare. Question, how much does a Medicare plan cost? $0. That's where they start with UCare Medicare Advantage plans. There's a plan for everyone with a range of benefits and costs. See? Decomplicated.
See the largest selection of Carhartt in the area. Work clothing for men and women at Northwest Outlet.
Coming up Wednesday on CBS3 This Morning, Governor Walz visits Duluth. The details on his message.
And some have a chance for some severe weather south of the Twin Ports. Otherwise, warm temperatures on the way.
So wake up with us starting at 5 a.m. Gail King, Anthony Mason, and Tony DeCopel. Weekday mornings on CBS.
A shot for a beer. A local brewery and health center teamed up earlier today, encouraging more people to get vaccinated. Ursa Minor hosted the event earlier today. The Lake Superior Community Health Center was giving out COVID vaccines. Anyone who got the shot could get a free beer. People taking part say it's a fun way to slow the spread.
It's awesome. I think it's great that people are going out and getting the vaccine and doing a herd immunity. I think it's great that people are being more apt to get their vaccine.
Ursa founders hope this event helps people get other vaccine hesitancy that they might be feeling. To sign up to receive your COVID-19 vaccine, we have more information at CBS3Duluth.com. Samantha Basterico joins us now for a look at sports. It was an exciting night tonight in Milwaukee. It's still going on, but definitely an exciting night for the Bucks.
Yeah, and it's super, super close, so we will have those highlights coming up next.
Get your news on the go, the CBS3 mobile app.
Don't miss Douglas County's Head of the Lakes Fair, happening 6 days straight, beginning Tuesday, July 20th through Sunday, July 25th. Enjoy unlimited rides all day, every day with our $25 armbands and the Northland's largest midway, only at the Head of the Lakes Fair. Take part in our traditional and fun daytime events like demo derby, a hypnotist, auto racing, along with a BMX stunt show and live music at night. For more information about Head of the Lakes Fair, visit us online at headofthelakesfairgrounds.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Little with Bath Planet. We are starting summer out with a great special on all our bathroom products. Right now, you can get 20% off your entire project and 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2023. Get your project off your to-do list now and not pay for it until later. Go to bathplanet.com or call us today to take advantage of this amazing offer. Bath Planet, out of this world service, down to earth price.
Lake Superior College is nationally recognized for quality and affordability, offering over 90 programs including career, technical, and general studies for transfer. At LSC, you can start here, save thousands. Apply for free at lsc.edu.
What does local mean to you?
To me, local means getting your news from people who you trust. I'm Kristen Vaki, Chisholm native, UWS grad, and Twin Ports proud.
Local news for local people on Live Local CBS3.
Kristen Vaki is as local as our evening news.
I'm from here. This is my home. I learned how to do a left-handed layup right there. At that hoop, that exact hoop.
Covering the communities she calls home too.
You know, there's nothing phony about it. That's who she is. She's just a natural at it, so I enjoy watching her because she's so good at what she does.
Leaders at Hibbing Taconite are scrambling at the Menorca mining, family heritage, and iron mining history.
For everything local, watch Kristen Vaki on Live Local CBS3.
Sports are my passion and the love of my life. And when you watch a sportscast, the biggest compliment that I get is that you seem so excited about what you're talking about. And that's not an act for me. Who doesn't want to see someone, deliver their news in a fun way? So if you love it, I love it. You're gonna see the authenticity that I think I bring.
Watch Sports with Kelly Hinsett, weeknights on Live Local CBS3.
Is being challenged by DFL.
The race is on. Learn how Berkey 2021
is it safe to be ice fishing on Lake Superior?
New funding is bringing more mental health resources.
Dave Anderson.
How a popular new recreational area is allowed.
Hear how one vaccination clinic in West Duluth is focusing
into the COVID-19 pandemic, and food insecurity is still new year, new ownership.
To stay up to date with the news and weather that impacts you and your community, join us weekdays for CBS3 Live at 5. Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinsett.
The lights are brighter and the stakes are higher. The NBA Finals can swing on any given night, and with the Bucks down 2-1 to the Suns, Game 4 will set the narrative for the rest of the series. Down in Milwaukee, in front of a packed Pfizer Forum with a lot on the line, it was back and forth throughout the first half, which was a quiet one for Giannis. Only had one shot in the first quarter. Then with time winding down in the second, Chris Middleton with a hand in his face doesn't matter. He ties the game at 52 at the half. On to the third, which turned into the Devin Booker show. He hit some tough shots to give Phoenix a little cushion, but the Bucks never backed down. A tough night for Drew Holiday led to more looks for Pat Connaughton, tied once again. Booker is in foul trouble, but the Suns have pulled up once again, and currently the Bucks take the lead after a 97-95, and we're all tied up at 99. The Timberwolves and Lynx sure love the Northland, back for another year after a year off due to COVID. The Timberwolves and Lynx summer camps and clinics are taking place at the beginning of August. Whether you are a basketball veteran or brand new to the game, these camps are a great way to hone skills, learn from the best, and have fun. Camp staff include Deami Starks of Starks Academy, Rhett McDonald, head coach of the Duluth East Greyhounds, and former pro Minnesota standout John Thomas. Thomas now works as the vice president for community engagement for the Timberwolves and is excited to bring instruction to the Northland.
That's how we utilize basketball as that conduit to sort of really bridge the gap and, get kids to be uncomfortable, right? When we see camps, oftentimes it's that first day where, I'm not sure exactly where I fit in, what's happening. Yeah, get uncomfortable. But by the end of it, the energy that we display and through the drills and the skill sets and challenging yourself and getting you to think, I think ultimately your key takeaways are, how have I grown? How have I developed? And how do I take these transferable skill sets and move them off the court?
Thomas spent a brief part of his childhood here in Duluth before moving down to the Twin Cities, so this place is very near and dear to his heart. There are 2 camps that run the first week in August. All info can be found on CBS3Duluth.com. Just click on the Sports tab. The Huskies look to sweep the Express in the second game of the doubleheader tonight at Wade. A new Husky is in town as Ben Girl made his debut in Duluth tonight. Girl's grandfather was former Duluth Duke Bernie Girl. Top of 1, Anthony Chavez slaps one to the shortstop. Carter Graham takes on another run, putting the Express up 3-1. Bottom of the second, Xavier Carter grounds one to the shortstop, scoring Kalen Halverson. Only Husky run until the 7th inning. Runners on second and third in the bottom of 3. Nate Wolfman bears down and strikes out Drew Lechner to strand the runners, still 3-1 Express. The Express took game 2 10-6, splitting the doubleheader with the Huskies. The Huskies will be back at the Wade tomorrow at 6:35 against the Mud Puppies. After Minnesota Wild pup Hobie graduated to become a service dog, they welcome in a new very cute member, and his name is Sully. Sully is a lab mix born in Somerset, Wisconsin. He was adopted from Coco's Heart Dog Rescue, a nonprofit that rescues dogs from unfortunate situations. Sully will receive basic training from Wild staff for 1 year, preparing him for service training. Well, that's going to do it for sports. We will be right back after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Pharmacies, keeping things safe, simple, and convenient through mail, local delivery, drive-through, and curbside pickup services.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Bolins.
And I'm Ann Nolette.
And we're Advanced Surgical Associates of Northern Minnesota.
Our team has many years of general surgery experience and is the most experienced robotic team in the Northland. We are committed to providing the latest and best surgical techniques to you and your family.
With robotic-assisted surgery, you're likely to have a shorter hospital stay, experience less pain, and recover quicker. We offer our surgical care at multiple hospitals and surgical centers, and most insurance plans are accepted.
Learn more at mnsurgery.com or give us a call today.
The Lakota Ray Ojibwe College, providing Anishinaabe communities with post-secondary and continuing education while advancing the language, culture, and history of the Ojibwe. Online applications for spring enrollment are at lco.edu.
Uh-oh, that food container won't contain your food, so you mess with cling wraps and foil, hoping food won't spoil. Well, not anymore. Now there's Stretch and Fresh Containers, the amazing food storage containers with stretch and fit lids that let you store more. Even the odd-shaped foods you couldn't put in containers before. Just stretch over the food and snap lock the lid to keep food fresh. There's even a freshness date dial to track storage time. It comes in the sizes you need to store all the foods you want with amazing storage capacity. It's freezer and microwave safe, and the containers nest for compact, stacked, space-saving storage. And right now, the 6-piece set is yours for just $19.95, and the shipping is free. But wait, call now and we'll double the offer and send a second set. Just pay a separate fee. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-378-1232 or go to trystretchandfresh.com. That's 1-800-378-1232 or order online at trystretchandfresh.com.
I'm not just treating patients.
I'm taking care of my neighbors.
Through bad colds and broken bones,
I'm always on their side when things get tough.
So when you ask me, do I trust the COVID-19 vaccines?
My answer is yes.
My answer is yes.
My answer is yes.
My answer is yes. The COVID-19 vaccines are safe and getting one is important. Ask your family doctor what they think.
Welcome to the Kelly Clarkson Show! This show is about connection. Not even 2020 and socially distancing ourselves are going to get in the way of that.
Are we 6 feet apart? The Kelly Clarkson Show on CBS3.
And for anyone keeping tabs on that Bucks game, they have a 6-point lead with less than 10 seconds left. So super close and exciting.
Yeah, definitely exciting night there. Might want to watch the end of that game there for sure. Well, that's your CBS3 News at 10. Have a great rest of your night.